Good evening, barflies and lounge lizards, and welcome to Late Night Video. And tonight we'll be discussing The Phantom Empire from 1988. Co-written, produced, and directed by snack bar favorite Fred Olen Ray, The Phantom Empire is a wacky sci-fi adventure film with quite a few connections to classic sci-fi. And it tells the story of a rough around the edges salvager and his partner who are approached by a fancy lady about a job. And said job is a journey to the lost underground city of Relaya in order to find some precious gems. The salvager, who knew the fancy lady's father, agrees. A small expedition then sets out for the fabled lost city. And along the way they run across the Morlock's less attractive cousins, killer robot, Cavegirls, dinosaurs, and a sword-wielding 80s video vixen. Or dominatrix, I haven't decided. Director Fred Olen Ray, who you probably know from films such as Bikini Drive-In, Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers, and Star Slammer, really does not get the credit he deserves for having the guts to tell this shocking true story. And it is indeed a true story. Just look. The film stars Ray regular Ross Hagen as our salvager who knows how to have a good time. Hagen appeared in Bikini Drive-In, Dinosaur Island, and Star Slammer aka Prison Ship. Also very noteworthy was his role as Landon Ricketts in Red Dead Redemption. Next up we have Jeffrey Combs as an intern archaeologist from the Miskatonic Institute. So with that, and the underground city of Relaya, it's technically a mythos story. And it's well known that Lovecraft wanted more bikini-clad cave girls in his writing. But Jeffrey Combs is well known for films such as Reanimator, Dr. Mordred, and From Beyond. He also has an impressive Star Trek resume with 9 different roles to his name. Then, in an already impressive cast, we have Robert Quarry as a seemingly scheming scientist. Quarry appeared in films such as Count Yorga Vampire, Evil Toons, and Dr. Phibes Rises Again. And speaking of Count Yorga, you just don't get a better dressed vampire than that one. Next we have Sybil Danning as the villain of the piece. Danning appeared in Battle Beyond the Stars, Chained Heat, and Malibu Express. And let me tell you, I've just been wanting to squeeze in another Andy Sedaris reference. If you haven't seen Hard Ticket to Hawaii, you are missing out. The finale of the film is next level awesome. I won't spoil it, but it involves a killer snake and a bazooka. Now, I usually don't go this deep into the cast of a film, but holy hell man, there's just so many people in The Phantom Empire. B-movie queen Michelle Bauer of Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers, Bikini Drive-In, and Nightmare Sisters plays the main cave girl. And you're probably thinking, Rob, or Mr. Sterling, the cast of this film just couldn't possibly get any more dignified, sophisticated, and /or groovy fantastico. And you, snack bar patron, would be wrong, because the film also features one of the all-time screen greats, Robert T. Robot of Forbidden Planet, Gremlins, and Dobie Gillis fame. He doesn't wear his usual headpiece in this one, but even after decades in the business, he was still one of Hollywood's greatest heartthrobs. The film features some really fun effects, from the costume mutants to Robbie the Robot to rotoscoped lasers, which I'm a big fan of, and some great stop-motion dinosaurs. But really interesting, the stop-motion wasn't made for The Phantom Empire. Fred actually bought the rights for the dinosaur scenes from the 1977 film Planet of Dinosaurs, which was also filmed at Vasquez Rocks. And these scenes were added a little after the fact, because 10 minutes needed to be added to the film as part of a distribution deal. But said stop motion was by Doug Beswick, a special effects artist who worked on all kinds of stuff. But stop motion wise, he worked on Gremlins 2, Terminator, and The Empire Strikes Back. You know, that movie with the guy from Corvette Summer. And finally, not really an effect, but I just wanted to point out how nice the lighting is right here. That's good stuff. Many have called The Phantom Empire a loose remake of the serial of the same name. But Fred also considered calling the film Back to the Center of the Earth and Beyond the Center of the Earth. It's a tough call there. The Phantom Empire is probably the cooler title, but the latter two fit the film a tad better. Shot in just 6 days and costing somewhere between $120,000 and $135,000 to make, The Phantom Empire was shot not only at the legendary sci-fi filming locations of Vasquez Rocks and Bronson Canyon, but also at the center of the Earth. Vasquez Rocks, or as many, yours truly included, think of as the Star Trek Rocks, appeared in Star Trek, Planet of the Apes, and Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, which even referenced Star Trek. And Bronson Canyon, I could probably do an entire episode just on the films and shows shot there. It conquered the world, Robot Monster, and Batman 66, just to name a few. Michelle Bauer based her performance on New Guinea tribespeople she had seen in a National Geographic documentary. Talk about dedication to the cave girl craft. And finally, we have another classic sci-fi reference. The strange underground vehicle seen in The Phantom Empire was a reuse of a Dean Jeffries built vehicle from the Logan's Run TV series. The score of the film was by Robert Garrett, who also did music for Frogtown 2 and Rollerblade. Wacky? Well, this one starts out playing it pretty straightforward, albeit with a touch of that Fred Olen Ray wit and charm, but it gets wackier and wackier and even features some great cartoon-esque sight gags, not to mention a little spear-centric fourth wall breaking. This one doesn't start out very sleazy at all, even with the Cavegirls, but in the last 20 or so minutes Fred decided that it was on, and we get an elegant topless Cavegirl fight, which is almost a shot-for-shot remake of the topless Cavegirl fight from Citizen Kane. The Phantom Empire has been released on VHS, DVD, and Blu-ray. This one is a really good time, but it's Fred Olen Ray, of course it is. If you dig Journey to the Center of the Earth style movies with a bit of wackiness and some less than clothed cave girls, you are bound to have a good time. And if you don't like those things, well, you have brought shame upon your household for generations to come. And that's all the time we have for this weekend. So, Miss Chambers, you gonna watch this episode when it's finished?
No, thanks. I already took a shower this morning.
Well, I guess that's fair. What about you, Professor? What do you think about the snack bar?
Slow. Stupid.
Yeah, that about sums it up. Please like, comment, subscribe, watch the skies, and stay atomic.
The Atari 520 ST has twice the power of many business micros. It handles business with ease. It can paint pictures and make them move. It can play advanced games. Yet it costs less than £300. The Atari 520 ST. Power without the price.
Max Steel's Robo Force!
Presenting Ideal's RoboForce. Max Steel, the leader, and the brave RoboForce warrior robots with Crusher arms and Gripper bases, each with their own special power. Together they battle the forces of evil, hunt Red the Conqueror and his fierce warriors. Journey with them to a whole new dimension.
If you dare!
We've got to find the message crystal before 100 gets to it. We're surrounded by hundreds warriors. Max Steel and Sentinel protect us. I've other plans. Can't hide now, 100. Take that, laser breath. Max has us covered. Then let's get out of here. This'll take care of him. Great shot, Sentinel. Crystal is ours. Wow, that almost seemed real.
I'll be back. Max Steel's Robo Force!
RoboForce, new from Ideal.